In this quick how-to video, I will demonstrate the process of importing time cards into Sage HRMS. For demonstration purposes, I have utilized the time card template export file created from the video called How to Export Time Cards, located in our knowledge base in the payroll category. To create a simple bonus time card template for import, I made the following changes to the exported file from the previous video. First, I reviewed the data in the timecard header tab and removed any fields not required that I do not need. So if you recall, the first 3 columns of data are required and were marked with a red asterisk. The remaining fields are not required, so I will remove them from my template. Next, I reviewed the data in the timecard detail tab and removed any fields not required and not needed for my import. If you recall, columns A through F are required and were marked by a red asterisk. I also need to keep column R, which is the rate that I'm going to import for the employee's bonus amount. The remainder of the columns are not required and I do not need them to utilize in my example, so I'll remove them from the file. Keep in mind, if you need to assign, for example, a specific expense account, which may differ from their default expense account, then you may find the need to keep that particular column, which is column T in my example. If you keep any column in the file, you are required to complete it for each employee or mark during the import process that you wish to take the employee's default account value. So I will remove the rest of the columns. I'm going to keep the expense account column to demonstrate options that you have during the import process. So now that I have my template in order, I'm going to add a few other employees to import. So I've added 2 employees to the timecard header tab. I also need to add their details. So here on the timecard detail page, I will add the 2 additional employees that I have also already added in the header record. And we'll save. I'm purposely going to leave the expense account information blank for the 2 new employees I've added to the file. Finally, I'm ready to import the file. Navigate to the timecard list located in the payroll process map. You can then select an existing timecard or select New in order to get to the File option in the top left corner. From there, select Import. Browse to locate your file, or if your file is already displayed here, be sure to press anywhere in the top section of the grid to change the status of Import Not Ready to Import Ready. Recall that I did not complete the expense account information for the 2 employees I added to my existing template. I could have deleted that column entirely, but wanted to demonstrate a feature within the import functionality in HRMS. So depending on the fields listed in your file, you may have to adjust how the data imports. For example, my file includes an expense account for some employees but not others, and let's say that I don't really want to export the GL data from my file, but would rather take the employee's default account assigned to them. In this case, I'll need to change the field in the timecard detail, called regular pay expense, to the default value. So here is the regular pay expense GL. I'm going to right-click on the expense account word, select default value, and then if I scroll down again, I'll see that that is now set to default value. This means that it'll take the account assigned to the employee for that particular pay code. Once you're ready, press OK to import. The message box tells me that I have inserted 2 new records and that a total of 4 were processed. So that would be the 2 that were already existing and the 2 additional timecards. So I will close the new timecard and see that I've got 2 additional timecards now in my list. And here is one of the employees I just inserted into the timecard list.